Ocean Camera Space Corp, March 3rd, 2022. I just uploaded this in 4K, so if you wanted to watch it in a higher quality video, that is now available. It is nearing 1 p.m. and a couple things. I'm going to get some shots from here, taking video of the crane for a while, and there is a road closure in effect over there by toward the launch site. They have closed the road down. They just if you sign up for the phone text from there is on the Cameron County website a phone number you can text to be notified when the beach actually officially gets closed and when it officially opens. So the road closure is now in effect as per the text message I just got from the Cameron County after lunchtime. So they have started whenever they actually do officially start the testing over there at the launch site, they send out a text ahead of time, just a few, I don't know, 10 minutes or so before the actual events start to happen. And so I got that text sometime recently after lunchtime here. And so it is underway over there at the launch site. The remote camera that I had going earlier this morning had cut out, and I attempted to reconnect for about 20 minutes over there to get that remote camera going again. And I was parked over there by the road closure in front of the satellite dishes, between the dishes and the launch site. And it was very, very slow trying to reconnect, and it wouldn't let me reconnect. So after 20 minutes of trying to reconnect over there, I came over here to the main gate at the build site. Once again, I tried to reconnect to the remote camera in it. It was very super fast. So there is some type of communication going between the satellite dish, I believe, and the launch site, because the reception over there is very, very poor. So I'm here live streaming now at the main gate of the build site, and the remote camera is active. So we're getting that live imagery from the launch site on the second live stream, the 24/7 stream, and I will cover this spot for a little while. My name is Paul Michaels, Ocean Camera Space Corp. Happy Thursday to you, Dave and Teresa. And I think March 1st here was my 1-year anniversary. So I have been here in the Brownsville SpaceX area doing this type of funny thing. I've been here over a year, everybody. It's been over a year, and it's been what a journey. And I wasn't sure, just based on income that I've been making over the last 3 months, very sketchy income coming in here for my work. There's been a lot of support by a small handful of people that have kept me going, but I am probably going to get a temp job to guarantee that I can pay for my gas and food, and so I'll do that on the weekends or something like that, or maybe at nighttime, so I can pay the bills. And but what we're looking at here is the big Buckner crane. Normally the crane is able to reach the top of the higher, wider bay and do what it needs to do, but they're adding extensions to it, and maybe, I don't know, maybe we'll get to see it raise up during this live stream. Otherwise, I got some high quality imagery of this exact same shot here. I just uploaded it as a 3-minute video. You can check that out if you really want to see it in 4K. But that's what's going on. I can see there's a couple sections that are kind of new, and they are going to use that to lift the roof onto the higher, wider bay there. I'll get some shots. Lunchtime is over here, so they are going to be more active going forward from now. Let me check out the chat here. Yeah, happy anniversary to you. Thanks, Dave and Teresa. Yeah, it's been an educational year. It's been good. Versus I could have sat on my butt over there where I owned 5 acres of land in Virginia and just kind of coasted through the last year and not done any of what I've done this year over the last 12 months. So I had 5 acres of property, and I had a farm and fruit trees that I planted, and a nice house, dome house, I didn't have to sell anything and move on and kind of create more excitement in my life, but I felt like it'd be better for my happiness to do something new. So I ended up here at SpaceX and taking video photography over the last year and learning a bunch of things and interacting with many of you and kind of enjoying a different type of life here. Thanks, Mike. Get a shot here to the right. This is the truck, the Ocean Cam truck there, and a view to the right. This goes toward the launch site. The launch site is behind some of the trees here to the right here. Behind that bunch of trees over there is the launch site. 2 miles down the road. I'm not going to move the camera too much. I don't want to lose reception from this spot. But I'll leave it here for a bit and we'll get some shots of the main gate here. Yeah, maybe, Nick. Who knows? You never know. I never know, at least. Some people know, but I don't. I try not to record the security, but sometimes it's unavoidable. It is a sunny day out here. This is the 3rd day of sun that we're having here. Pretty sunny. I gotta get a new umbrella. Maybe I'll buy one. Hugo. Nice. Hit the thumbs up if you like it, what you see. Maybe consider subscribing also. Helps out the channel. Alan, I don't understand what you're writing there, Alan. Please elaborate. So it's March, you know, we're about to, I think March 21st is the spring equinox or something like that. So we're coming up on the spring equinox in another, today is the 3rd. In about 18 days, we're gonna hit spring over here, or the spring equinox, at least, the 21st. And if you know anything about energy or some of the pagan festivals or some of the Hindu festivals, you know, it's a special time, the 21st. And wish you a happy 21st when it gets here. Conrad, nice. Thank you. If you're watching the 24/7 live stream as well, the Nightbot works off of both streams simultaneously. So it works off of the number of comments and the time over time and the number of comments. So if you see a bunch of stuff on the 24/7 cam, kind of repetitive, that's just due to the stream we're having here. If we get a bunch of conversation here, it's going to go crazy on both streams. The Nightbot is going to post to both streams. If you haven't heard, I did announce earlier today that Joseph Cohorst, the CTO here at Ocean Camera Space Corp, last night, today is March 3rd, 2022. Last night, hooked up a servo, 4 servos to a Arduino, and was able to tilt and pan the camera tripod holder. So that will be a new feature going forward, my ability to move the remote camera. I just need to build a new container to house the pan tilt motor, and then you know, plug it in. So it is functional now. I'm going to build a housing for it, for the motor, and then we'll be able to do that remotely. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Thank you, Joseph. So that's what's going on here. Yeah, Alan, this is a big crane that we're looking at here, and there are 2 buildings to the left of the crane. I'll move kind of slow. We call the building in front of us in the center of the screen is the high bay. And they build the boosters in this high bay in front of us in the middle. And you can see at the top of there is thought to be a restaurant that they're building there at the top of that building. And then behind the building here in the center to the right is another bay, which I'm calling the higher, wider bay, because it's higher than the first building there. And so it's going to be able to build bigger boosters or bigger starships or whatever. So that crane is going to be lifting the roof of that building there in the back. So the second building there on the right in the back doesn't have a top on it yet. So the yellow crane that we were seeing there to the right is going to be tall enough now, once they lift it up, to raise the remaining pieces for that higher building there in the back. Okay, Dave asked about the garden. I do have a well-developed green thumb here, and I have planted a garden in a new location. I did a video of it, a live stream, 2 live streams of preparing the soil and planting a bunch of seeds in the one side of that large shed building. And I went ahead and I did the same thing on the other side over the weekend. So both sides have been planted. And then a couple days ago, I went and I seeded a large area outside, probably about 30 foot by 40 foot area, with a bunch of watermelon seeds and melon and squash, as well as okra as well. And there may have been one other thing in there, but I think that was mostly it. If not, that may be everything that I planted. So okra, squash, watermelon, and melon, I believe that was the gist of it. So I've got 3 areas planted with a lot of stuff. I didn't water the outside area. I have been watering the inside of that large building shed type thing, warehouse. And what I want to do also, if or when I make enough money, is to buy some sprout seeds and sprout some sunflower seeds, and possibly some other seeds like broccoli and radish and stuff like that, because that only takes about 3 days to once you plant them, 3 days to sprout, and then a couple more days to become full size and edible, so that you can trim or cut the stems off and wash them off in some floating water, and then use them as a salad. Scott, 1975, nice. You're 1 year older than me, I'm 1976, good stuff. Captain Pike says, Bucky is getting a new derrick and jib assembly. Gonna be a beast, yeah. Oh, awesome. Looking like it's taking steroids. Wow, Mike says, I just sent you 67 bucks or 50 euros on PayPal. Keep up the good work. Wow, Mike, thank you. I'll check it out later and send you a reply back. I'll reply to that. That's amazing, super kind. That's it sounds awesome. Thank you for that, Mike. Good stuff. There is a man named Randy who a while back donated the unit that was modified to make the remote camera able to pan and tilt. So Dave says, sounds awesome. I should come down and have a salad with you. Awesome. Yeah, I learned to do that at the Tree of Life Rejuvenation Center in Arizona. Now there's a Dr. Gabriel Cousins, who's a Western doctor as well as a rabbi and many other things as well, a psychologist also. So he's done the meditation. He had his own meditative experiences in the 70s, wrote several books on the meditation out of body type of thing, and the oneness, like I talk a lot about the oneness as well, and the out of body and the meditation, that we're all connected. But he is also a doctor, and he has a retreat center over there, and I learned to do my sprouts as well as some other things over there at the Tree of Life Rejuvenation Center in Patagonia, Arizona. And I think the year was 2013, I believe, when I did that, like an 8-month stint. I've been there before that, but 2013 is when that happened. Thanks, Captain. Good stuff. Yeah, there was a man named Randy, and he donated something that could remotely, I mean, with a remote control, tilt up, down, left, and right. And I used that motor on top of my tripod for a while, but then it stopped working. I think I was using it too much in the field or getting it bumped around as I went over the dunes and everything. So it had stopped working, and Joseph Cohorst, the CTO here, was able to test it with an oscilloscope and then hook up an Arduino to it with 4 servos, 2 servos to make the motor go in 2 different directions. So 4 servos and the Arduino hooked up directly to that pan tilt device that Randy had sent here. And now it's working again, and that will be added to the remote camera. I believe I'll be able to do that this month. Conrad says, we need to get this feed to the crane enthusiasts. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, it's I don't know what the other channels do, but thanks. There is a man on Facebook who's a crane. He does cranes, and he's a crane aficionado out of, I think it's the UK, that we chat every now and then. He tells me a lot of the specifics about the crane pieces and stuff. There was a video I did a while back in 4K. It's on one of the SpaceX music videos that I did. So I had taken some video of the original bringing of this crane here, the Buckner crane, as it rolled in from the 45 from the other side between the two high bays. I was shooting to the right from between the two high bays, and I added some music to it, but that was really good quality video. If you want to see some more crane footage of this Buckner crane from about 4 months or so ago, that's in the SpaceX music playlist that I have here on the channel. We may be able to really go forward with the business, Ocean Camera Space Corp, starting out with some smaller products that Joseph Cohorst and possibly a few other people have come up with, and might end up marketing and bringing them to market in the electronics field. So if we did do that, that would generate more income to really move forward. Also, there is a possible attorney type person who might join the mission here as well. We'll see. We're chatting and speculating recently, and I'll see how that turns out. We'll see. But so there's some possible additions coming to the Ocean Cam team as of some recent conversations. Which is a good thing. It means this thing will keep moving forward. Right now it's me. Every day of the week it's me, and then there's some other people that are kind of beginning to get more involved, but we'll see as time goes. Okay, Nick says, if you're able to hang out for a while, I'm pretty confident they're at least fairly close to lifting it. They will lift if enough where the wheels you see on the front can be let go of, and then they can add the hook blocks. Okay, interesting. Okay, so there are some wheels there on the front. Thanks for pointing that out. I've probably seen those wheels, but I didn't pay much attention. I'll zoom in on the wheels. Thanks, Nick. And I'll re-look at what you just said there. Let me zoom in on the wheels. Okay, so there are some wheels there at the front. Two men standing in front of it. It says the wheels are just so it doesn't drag on the ground until it gets high enough in the air. Yeah, Conrad, SpaceX, hashtag SpaceX, hashtag Starbase, maybe hashtag crane, large crane, or Lieber, L-I-E-B-H-E-R-R, Lieber. Those are, yeah, hashtag SpaceX, Starbase, build site. Those are all kind of key terms. Zoom out so we get some quality here. Thanks, Conrad. So Nick said again, if you're able to hang out for a while, I'm pretty confident they're at least fairly close to lifting it. They will lift if enough where the wheels you can see on the front can be let go of, and then they can add the hook blocks. So they're going to add some kind of hooks to it, huh? Some blocks. Awesome. I'm going to tilt up. I've seen this in the past, and when it seems, as I recall, when they start lifting it, it goes pretty quick. Dave says, I'm excited to see the business grow since you started almost a year ago. Yeah, thank you, Dave. Yeah, keep rocking it. You know, Thank you. Joe's high power rocket says, good shots this morning. Yep, thanks. Good stuff. Joe's high power rocket. There we go. So there's a lift going up there, moving a lift around. Captain Pike says this might be the biggest configuration without using a power boom. Interesting. I'm gonna get something from my truck. Watch the ears. I'm gonna touch the mic here. Might be some sound on the mic. All right, I'll be back in a few. I'm gonna get something from the truck. Okay, I'm back setting up the I brought a power for the iPhone, so I'm going to plug in the power just so I don't have any issues. Looks like I might be staying here a little while. So. I'm going to unplug the mic. I'll plug it back in a moment. Just a moment. All right, plug back in. Let me know if the mic's the power in plugged into a battery here. Awesome, Conrad. Thanks. Scat 9275 says, oh, OLT, over launch tower jigs have been set up at the Cape. Awesome, awesome. So they're building another launch site over there at the Cape Canaveral. This is what Scat is talking about. Nick says the jib can be 84 meters long. They stopped at 54. Wow. It's about 160 feet long. Wow. Thank you, Dave, though. Thanks. Yeah, I'm excited here as well. You know, there's a big potential for us to do amazing stuff at OceanCam. Every day is a new day. Every day is something, an accomplishment. But you know, it's nice to move towards something, and that's what this OceanCam mission is, moving towards something pretty amazing. And if or when more of those things happen, it's going to be pretty awesome. Last night was a pretty exciting night. Can't talk about it much, but had some interesting stuff talked about and also happened. The one thing I can say is we got the remote camera pan and tilt working on the set up there, so in the shop. So once it's installed, that's going to bring that to the next level. It is super hot out here. The phone is getting dark. I'm going to get something to hold over the camera in just a moment. All right, the iPhone gets dark when it starts to overheat, so I have I'm holding something over the phone so the sun is not on top of it. I'll zoom in on the crane itself here. Ian, awesome. Yeah, Dave, they are a good group of people, you know. People come and they go, they leave and they arrive at MSX, Makerspace X. It's a makerspace. MSX stands for Makerspace. It's a place where people make things. So if you like to make anything with construction or with robotics or with YouTube videos or whatever it is that you like to make. It's kind of a gathering of people who like to do stuff. So it's kind of, I met them, the Makerspace people, over at the Isla Blanca Park on South Padre Island about 12 months ago over at the park there. And then I was really surprised about 11 months ago, like in the April timeframe. I was tenting out there, camping out on South Padre Island, because that's where you can watch the launches of the Starship and everything over there from 5 miles away across the channel there. And one day it was really windy and my tent was getting blown over, and a lot of the tents over there, because it's really windy here in April, or it can get really windy in April. And they helped me to set up my tent. I was setting up a tent at that point in time, and they were helping me set up my tent. So that's kind of they were making kind of a house for myself over there at the campsite. They helped out on a really windy day. So it was setting up a tent, not it getting blown down. That was the day when it was getting set up. So that was a really good, nice event. So I was impressed that they were so capable as far as working together with each other and helping someone out like me, a stranger, helping me out to set up my tent. So later on, they did end up buying some property, and I met up with them later on in the year after they'd bought their property, and ended up renting a room at their place. Good people. Yep. Captain says, one other thing I'm wondering, suspended ballast tray, question mark. I would almost think that that's needed for this configuration. So a suspended ballast tray. Nick says it's back there to Captain Pike. You can see the one side of weights stacks on the right behind the tracks. Okay, so there is, I can zoom in on that area in the back there. Let me get that. I'm gonna tilt down and then zoom in. See if I get those weights in the back. I think that's what you're referring to. That is, as we're looking at it, there in the back is the left. That is the left, and it does look like there is a gap underneath the weights there in the center. So that may be what you're referring to. I'm just messed up the stream. Let me know if we're still live with the video. I touched the top of the screen there, and I may have disabled the camera once again by accident. It's black. Okay, Sorry, everybody. I touched the top of the screen there by accident while I was zooming. Oh, Mike says it's good. All right. Let me maybe see if you can refresh everybody who says it's not good. Otherwise, I'll restart the stream. I'll restart the stream. All right. Sorry, everybody. When I pan and zoom with my fingers, sometimes I touch the top of the screen there, and I'll do it again. See you all soon. I'll start a new live stream.